locks to you today. This one is one of the locks that Den Brass sent me quite a while ago. You see there's his tag and the bitting on the key. This thing's kept me out for quite a while. Man, I've picked on it and picked on it and picked on it and picked on it. And believe it or not, I actually just got my first open on it about 3 minutes ago. So I'm going to try to do it again, repeat what I've done. With bitting like this has always been kind of my Achilles heel. Hard for me to, get any feel on the picks that are actually made to reach into, behind the pins like that. So, and we'll show you, it does work, and it works real smooth. There's no ticks or anything, so just make sure it's locked up. And I'm going to use, now I was going to use a homemade pick, one of my homemade picks with a dipped handle, but I think I want to use a Sparrow's hook instead. So I'm going to go with top of the keyway tension, and that's my thickest, pry bar that I've bought, but it's the only one I have that'll fit in there, so even close. Well, maybe, let's see here, maybe one of my homemade pry bars will fit that better. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, it fits it just a little bit better, not a whole lot. Okay, so I want to go in on the bottom and up and around the wording in the back. And I want to start from the back. Okay, there, I got underneath the last pin there. Okay. Nothing on one, nothing on two. I want to be real careful around those two just to not overset them. Okay, I'm going to pin 3. Okay, nice click out of 3. Double checking everything in the back there. Based off of how things are feeling, I think I might have actually overset pin 2 just by brushing past it. I got a little bit of a false set now. Okay, so I want to use a short hook of mine to see if I can scrub these pins that are all the way down. Doesn't look like they're binding at all, so maybe pin 5 or pin 3 is still binding. There we go. Alrighty. Glad to finally get this one out of the naughty bucket. I mean, those nasty bittings generally does it every time, at least for a little while. Okay, I'm going to use that little tailpiece remover Bobby gave me, see if it fits on this lock, and it does, just beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and lock it back up since I've got the key too. Man, that makes life a lot easier. All right. That little spring didn't want to come out, but he's out now. You know what, just since this is a challenge lock, and I'm not sure there's any T-pins in here, I might as well shim this just to be safe. And I might have to use a regular shim because this thin one may not go in here. Nope, that thin shim's not strong enough to go in there, so let me use a regular one. There we go. Alright, pins are towards the camera. And there we go. Alright, and you can tell that, you know, actually 1, 2, and 4 aren't as high up as I figured they'd be. I figured they'd actually set higher in that. It's actually a little bit surprising to me. Okay, I've got a serrated, and a spool, T-pin with a little spool lip on it, serrated, and a spool. And I'll zoom in on those and show you when I get the rest of it cutted. Now I do have threads in every chamber. So he's definitely trying to keep me out of this thing, so. And, oh, I was looking for my tweezers, and if they'd have been a snake, they'd have bitten me, guys. Okay, I've got a, okay, that might be in there backwards, because that was in there like that with the key pin portion down. Okay. Same thing on 2. That one's pointed the correct direction. And that one was pointed down. What in the world? And that one was also pointed the wrong way. Why did this thing keep me out so long when when 4 of the drivers were pointed with the taper end down? I have no idea. It must have just been the bitting. Okie dokie. Doesn't look like he did anything to the plug here. All looks stock. Or not the plug, the Bible. But let's look at these pins of his. Let me go ahead and arrange them a little bit here. And I'll leave the drivers the way they are because that's the way they came out of the lock. Alright, so we've got a very nice serrated here. It's got these real fine serrations and some wider serrations. I wouldn't quite go as far as call those spools. And then another one here on 2, really nicely serrated with a wider serration here. 3 is a reduced diameter, kind of like a T-pin, but it's got a little bitty lip on the top of it here to help get caught up. Then another nicely serrated pin here in 4. Then a little spool here, or wide serration, with a very, very sharp edge here. Chamber 5, and it is a little bit reduced diameter on top as well. Okay, so here's the driver pins. I've got this really nice serrated pin here, and it was in the lock that way think when I reassemble it, it's going to go in that way. It'll be more effective, I believe. And then this one here, it's kind of a spooled serrated combo pin. It was in there like that. I'll flip it around and it'll be T-pinish on the bottom here. This one was in here correctly, nicely serrated, very even spacings, and a wide serration at the bottom. Then this really nice pin here. It's a T-pin on top with lots of nice serrations on it. So I'm going to flip it over. And then this one here was also upside down, and it's just a T-pin. Not sure why these were upside down. I'm just not. Maybe, I mean, I've done it before. I've reassembled locks like that just when I was brain farting. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, Ben, this is the last of the locks you sent me, man, and, you know, with this radical bitting on the key, even with these being upside down, it was a booger to get into. I mean, it was tough. All right, everyone, please stay safe. Don't do anything illegal, and please like and subscribe. Actually, guys, just one quick addendum here. I was about to put this thing back together, and I noticed the construction holes, so maybe that could have been part way because why these were turned around, especially number 2, considering it was a T-pinish. I'll go ahead and leave this one apart, not put together, and I'll email Den Brass and see if he wants me to go ahead and fill these construction holes and turn these pins around. You know, it's not too often that I have an addendum for an addendum here, but I talked to Den Brass, and he said to go ahead and turn these around the right way. He didn't know what he was thinking when he turned them around. And basically, since 2 is a little bit T-pinish, I went ahead and filled these construction holes right here up too, so it won't slip down in there and get locked up. So there we go.